You put that tail away, Tom.
Sorry, that's not a tail.
You need to go to the
I'm
doctor
extremely, I'm
immediately.
extremely, I'm extremely ill. Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk Liverpool. On today's show, as we're calling it now, it's a show. We're going to be talking about the Liverpool Southampton game, the Merseyside derby, the Wolverhampton excellence, and a little smidgen, little tiny bit about the AC Milan game.
First up,
Play my music.
play Tom's music, which is nothing. We're not playing any music. It's going to be
Play my music.
deadpan, basic editing, no pictures this time because you know who the players are. So here we go.
Play my music.
And here we go. First up is the Southampton game. And
Yes.
how well we did. We won 4-0, I'll say, instead of 4-0. And Jota got a
Robot Charlie's not in this time. Charlie 4000. Okay.
no, Charlie 4000 is not in this time.
But before we go any further, I've got to ask you to find out if you are the true Charlie. I'll ask you a question. If you answer right, I know it's truly you.
Yeah, I'm not a chimp.
When you had your Game Boy and you headbutted it and broke the screen, what game were you playing?
The game I was playing was Double Dragon. And the reason why I headbutted the Game Boy, this was when I was young and I shouldn't have done that. But I was angry and I had a bit of rage. And it was the last level of the game. And it took so long getting there. I died from jumping from one platform to the other. And I hit spikes and that was it. And I looked at my Game Boy and I thought, you know what? I'm going to headbutt you. And I did. So now you know it's me.
I was waiting for it. The reason I headbutted it was because I was trying to reactivate it after it turned off due to a Nintendo special code system.
Talking of double, Jota got a double, didn't he?
Yes.
And one of his celebrations was playing a game. See, that's a good link. That's a perfect link.
His celebration was that and not.
Yeah. I don't know if he lost. Who knows what Jota really is like playing on a video game.
He's probably absolutely horrendous. He's probably like me, just doesn't play competitive games.
So what happened in that? Was it a FIFA game?
Was it a FIFA game? Yeah, he played FIFA.
Yeah, and he was playing someone, and then he had to stop it because, you know, he's a professional footballer. He had to play a real match.
I know. What a drag, eh, for Jota.
Not these kiddie games. FIFA.
No. They're not for kids anymore. You can make a lot of money off them now, Charlie. So remember, become a pro, which takes a lot of effort.
I do have it on the Switch, and it's good. It's fun. You know why it's fun? Because you can play it on the toilet.
There we go. That's all you need. Games companies, why are you worrying about ray tracing and open worlds and this and just make sure the game is comfortable and good to play on the toilet. Okay, so remember that it's toilet appropriate. There we go.
It is. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about the game now, because it wasn't.
Oh yeah, the game. We've got about 1,000 games to talk about.
It wasn't toilet, was it? It was toilet for Southampton because they let in 4 goals. And we had a clean sheet.
Yep. It was 4-0, as Charlie 4000 would say, for a reason. Because we brought out a game. I don't think there was a dud on the pitch at all. Everyone was excellent.
They did get through quite a few times, but Alisson was there. Kanate was sort of still getting into it, wasn't he?
But not
being in the game, but he was okay.
Yeah. But look, he's having to step into the shoes of the great Joel Matip, who's been incredible this season and been not injured, which is like, I don't know what's going on. I think that's a sign we're winning the league, is that Joel Matip is that full force.
I think Matip was like, I'm not going to get injured now. Oh, why did you get injured before? Couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. He was saving himself for this season. He knew. He knew last season. He was like,
yeah.
Nah, it's not happening.
But who scored as well? Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, great finish.
It was a good goal.
Yeah. It was one of those stories.
It was a good shot. The goalie was terrible, but it was Van Dijk scoring.
Hey, Van Dijk it was a good finish. The guy was a forward previously, so he knows how to finish. But it was one of those stories when they say like, and the ex-player comes back and he's like, I don't know why they always say it. He's desperate to score against his old club. I don't know who's desperate to score. No, they're not normally, unless they were treated like a piece of meat.
I'll do Joaquin. Do me a favor.
Do me a favor. Father. Who else scored? Thiago.
Yeah, a bit of a deflection, but it was a good skill getting past players and then just whamming it in.
Yeah, and he got taken off at 60 something minutes. It was it was perfect. I don't think we need to really talk massively about it. Jota was fantastic. Salah was great again. Everyone was good. Just no negatives. The system worked. We're getting a familiar side now.
It was good.
Our midfield's looking bot. We know he's in there now.
Yeah.
I thought we'd miss Bobby a bit more, but obviously not.
We'll miss him in January. Hopefully he'll be back.
He'll be back. He'll be back by then. I think they had a date for when. I think it's after Christmas or something when he's coming back. Him and old One Eye Jones. Jamie he reckons there's some kind of, not conspiracy, but something happened between him and Jota, because Jota had a bruise and he had a problem with his eye. So he reckons they might have had a fight on the training ground or something.
Might get a bit
probably
lippy.
Over FIFA. That's what it was.
Mm.
There we go. Another callback.
Okay. Get that game out and bring in the Merseyside derby. We were away. Yes. And we won 4-1.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Rafa. I did. Yeah.
I didn't like how they were chanting Rafa at the wheel. What kind of fans? What kind of fans are they?
Who are they? Who are these people? How are they getting in?
No,
they should have been stomped down immediately.
You know what? They should be banned for life. They're up there. They're up there with racism. Banned.
Yeah. Yep. Well, he gave £96,000 to the Hillsborough Fund.
He does a lot for Liverpool. So,
yeah,
scumbags.
He went to Everton, all right? He did go at Everton, so there is that against him. But, you can't. I felt sorry for him. But we were still, yet again, another brilliant performance. Big game, massive game, very important game. Could have gone all wrong for us. Benitez could have made it really hard, but we just overpowered them. Our midfield looking solid.
Benitez said, you were just too good.
Yeah. They were too good a side. No, I think he actually said that they created a lot of chances and the scoreline didn't represent the game. I think he said something like that.
Yeah.
So he's playing both sides.
He has to. They did come back. It was 2-1. Alisson did try to save it, but he couldn't. I think Matip was a bit out of position, but still Van Dijk isn't 100%, is he?
No.
But he is getting there.
Yeah, I think it was a very emotional game for Van Dijk, that game. There was a lot of decisions he was making that were like when he took a free kick. Yeah, I think that was all like he was wanting to get back at him because he knows that was the game that done him. And Thiago, I think, as well. Thiago, that game he got injured and that affected his career. Who knows what we would have been if Thiago hadn't got injured in that game?
Exactly.
So good performance again from the midfield. Another good performance from Jota. That goal was fantastic. Salah was brilliant.
Yeah, Henderson.
Great goals.
What a great placement as well. His goal.
Yeah, Henderson's first goal was magnificent, and he got an assist.
Mm-hmm.
That Salah goal from Van Dijk played the long ball up to Salah. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. It's all brilliant. It's all good. I think the crowd, the Everton fans, they're their own worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they were trying to attack Salah. And when you attack Salah, he attacks you by scoring.
They're physically trying to attack him. Yeah. They no, they just look, just embrace our ex-manager as your manager. Yeah. Just embrace him and he'll do good things for your club. I'm sure he'll be brilliant.
Didn't they start off pretty good as well? They weren't that terrible. They just went. They went. They were up, and then they went down. You know,
they came out.
Yeah.
They put some pressure on us. We had a bit of a wobble, but it wasn't really. And then
No, I'm talking about in general. Everton started off the league pretty well, didn't they?
Oh, you mean it as a
position-wise, they were up there, and then
they've had injuries this season, Everton. So they were without players. Their forward, Calvert-Lewin.
Do you reckon he would have done something in that game if he was there?
He seems to, he seems to. He's only got 3 goals this season, but that's 3 in 3 appearances. I think he is a good player. He can do something different to what they've got. They're built on bitterness. Everton. They're built on bitterness, and they have players that have like they've been created from bitter. Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. Like all their players is something nasty about them. Yeah, and they're just like little demons running about the pitch.
I know, it's like they've got the bitter pill. They've taken the bitter pill, and we've taken.
It's the Matrix. And they've got the 2 pills. Yeah,
yeah, the blue and the red.
One of them's going to make you bitter, but I don't know what the positives are of that. But I don't know. You'll be angry all the time. This one will be like, you won't be quite as bitter and angry at the Liverpool fans and the Liverpool club, but you might actually do better because you'll be concentrating on your club and what you're doing. So which one do you want? Give us that one. Give us that one.
We're not getting nothing there
as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to sort themselves out. Basically, Everton. Yeah, they're not as good as they think they are.
No.
As a club. They need to build to being a better club. Build from the bottom up. Right now, they're trying to hurry it through.
I think Benitez is good for them.
Yeah, it's a good signing as a manager. Yeah.
Yeah, he is, and they just need a few more. They need possibly 4 players to get up there again.
They need to give Benitez a chance, and not immediately. As soon as something goes wrong, they've jumped on it, and that's it. Yeah, get him out! Get him out! Yeah,
I know. As soon as a couple of results haven't gone their way, they're instant get rid of these managers.
Anyway, that one's done. Merseyside derby. Well done, guys. But next game.
Or should we call this the Origi second or Origi time? That's what it is.
Yeah, we've now entered the winter of Origi. It's finally arrived.
Mm-hmm. And we were playing Wolves away.
Yes.
We knew this was going to be a tough game.
Yep, because they've got a decent manager. He's quite solid. He's got a solid team set out. But also divers, huge divers, which came back to bite them on their arse. I want to emphasize that. Arse.
Yeah, I'm surprised they just died constantly in that game. They were trying to waste time. They weren't. Yeah. They obviously wasn't good enough, even though they've got quite a good team.
They had a very weird setup. I'm not sure if it was like a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3. I don't know what they were doing. They had a sort of a right back, left back situation, but I don't know. It's just a strange one. They had 3 centre backs, and it kind of worked. It kind of worked for a while. They did defend well. They were under a lot of pressure, but I don't know. It's just weird. Weird.
What did
setup.
you think about their forwards? Because it looked like they look like they could do something, but for some reason,
Well, we know they can. We know that Jimenez guy can. We know he can score goals, and that Hwang Hee Chan. Now he is South Korean, so do they say the Hwang part is the surname? I think, isn't it? So it'd be Hee Chan Hwang would be said if it was in English, but in South Korea or Korean, I think they basically consider themselves Korean, not South Korean. They say the surname first, don't they? So it would be
Adama Traore. Is that his name?
Adama from Battlestar Galactica.
Adama Traore.
Yeah.
He was just running, and then running into dead ends.
That's what he does.
But
Got the guidance.
Do you think he'd play better under Klopp?
This is what everyone says. You know, there's a split. There seems to be quite a split on football Twitter as whether like Klopp can perform miracles on players or they have to be actually quite good before he gets hold of them to add the final touches. I think that Klopp, he could get something good out of Traore, but I don't think he's as good as Salah was at the same age. I think technically he's not good.
I think he can improve I don't know if he can improve for Wolves. Because they're just letting him do what he wants.
He's doing his usual thing.
His assists are pretty good though, which I like.
Yeah, because it's like cheat mode. He's got something that, you know, you only get a very few players that are that quick and that strong. So when you get players that are that quick and strong, they're going to beat everybody. But then eventually they get older. They're not as quick. You know, they might still be the strength, but they're not as quick. And then it just shows up technically they're not as good. And
I think he would. I don't reckon he'd come to Liverpool because he wouldn't want to be a sub.
No,
he'd want to be in the first team, but we've got too many players that I don't know better.
Well, we're just having a great run of like Mane and Salah are unstoppable right now.
People forget we need to get someone. Well. We need to get people in for the African Cups and Cup of Nations. But after that, what happens then? These strikers, you'll be back on the bench when they come back. I doubt they'd want to do that. So you got to think about that as well.
That's why the way the game went, you know, you were down in London watching it with us, and it was going bad. We were quite negative for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But I don't think we weren't too nuts. Actually, we weren't too nuts. But we were negative on the game because it was going poorly. But we still dominated it, really.
We had enough shots to actually win it.
Yeah. You know, there's people missing, like Jota missing that open goal, basically.
Mane as well.
Mane is that shot in the last few minutes.
I think Jota's had too much cake, so it's probably why he couldn't.
He was up too late playing FIFA. That's what it was.
Yeah, the sugar rush.
Yeah, he in his brain, he's thinking like, what button do I press? Am I pressing X?
Maybe he's thinking, am I going to get jelly and ice cream? Maybe they thought, when I get the new FIFA game,
I'm sure he gets it for free. FIFA player,
probably.
So you need to be mates with him to get a free copy. But yeah, he was missing a lot of chances.
He was getting in, so that was good. Yeah.
Thiago was excellent. You didn't really notice Thiago that much, but you didn't notice him messing up. He great tackling back at times. Yeah. Matip was good. Did Van Dijk have a great game? He had an all right game.
What did you think about Henderson going off for Origi, I believe?
Yeah, I didn't understand at the time. At the time, I thought this man is a menace. What is Klopp doing? We've got 4 up front. They've got 15 players in midfield. How are we gonna counter that? But we were wrong because the man of the hour turned up.
Man of the second, woke up, turned and shot again.
Great finish. Didn't have to think about it. Bish bash bosh. Goal. Sends us.
As soon as he got the ball, I thought he's going to turn and then shoot because that's what he does.
Yep. Because he can finish. That's the thing. He can finish. There's lots of players that get into those positions. Do
you reckon if he was in another side, he'd be a better striker? He'd get more goals.
If he's playing more, yeah. It's just you get more time, you get into a rhythm, and you will do better. But
I did. You know what made that goal though? It was the Salah sort of.
That's the goal I'm talking. I think I said it about the Southampton game. It was a long ball from Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one. Yeah. And it was his touch that brought the ball forward. And because Salah can run, he went past the defender, passed it off to Origi, and just won.
The new assisting Salah, who's taken it on to, I'm now going to prove that I'm not a selfish player.
He's the most unselfish player this season. He's got 9 assists.
Yeah, he's taken over Mane's old job, who would just be, he was happy.
Mane's like, that's what I was good at. Now you've taken that away from me.
Yeah. Or Firmino as well. His job of just like, I don't care if I score or not. No, Origi's perfect for us. You know, he'll sit on the bench. He'll play in all the cup games. He's just happy to do it.
I think Gary Lineker mentioned that he doesn't mind just being on the bench and coming on. It's rare for a player to do that.
Solskjaer, he used to do that for Man United.
And a lot of people have said that, haven't they?
Solskjaer was an excellent finisher, but was really, really good at finishing.
I think Solskjaer was better than Origi. But then again, Origi has had an injury.
Player, no.
Skill-wise, I think Origi's better.
Finishing, like the aim of a striker is to score goals. He scored loads of goals, Solskjaer. He really did score a lot of goals. So he's already beaten him on that. But I think overall play, I think Origi's better.
The thing with Origi is he came back from an injury which could have left him out of football.
Yeah. So, that could have been him done.
Yeah. So it's amazing. It's amazing he came back and basically helped us win cups.
Yeah, he developed his game. He changed his game. A bit like Robbie Fowler when he got his knee done. He came back and he changed the way he played. He still knew where to be in the box. He didn't run as much because he wasn't as quick. But he changed his game. And I think Origi's done that.
What else can you say?
I tell you who's been good since coming back from an injury and doesn't look like it's affected him considering he's had his knee done in. Is Chamberlain.
Oh, Chamberlain's become, I don't know, a new player, as they keep saying.
Yeah. I hope he signs a contract because
we kept saying he should keep playing. The more he plays, the better he is.
Yeah, he's
and it's the same with Minamino. He needs to keep playing. He was in a different position for the AC Milan game, which we'll mention.
The game coming up.
Yeah. So you've heard of Fergie time, but we have Origi time.
Yes. Sorry, Wolves, but all your diving and everything, you basically created Origi time yourself.
You created it.
Next time, remember, cut the diving out, and you might actually get something out of the game.
I know, play a bit of football.
Yeah. So that's that game done. Out.
Off. Now for the Champions League game. It was our final game, which meant if we won it, we would have been the first English team to win all 6 games.
Yep.
And we did it.
We don't know. What happened?
Oh, we did it.
We did it. Oh, that was it. Yeah. We did it. We did it rather easily. We were playing some youth players in there.
That was actually one of our easiest games this season. I didn't say is our easiest game.
No, it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable, actually. Although they went 1-0 up from some shonky defending. Minamino not marking his man.
Yeah.
And just doing that weird trying to clearance. He tried to clear it, that weird trying to clearance. What the hell does that mean?
I think he needs to work on his defensive play as well.
He will. It just needs time. He didn't have like even a season, and people were saying, "Oh, we need to ship him out." At the end of
where did he play exactly? Because he was in a different position. He was more in the midfield area.
He was a midfielder, and do you know what? As the game went on, he got.
All right, Michael Kate. You know what?
Do you know what? As the game went on, he was really good.
I'll tell you a fact. Did you know?
Did you know that Minamino? He was rather good. So yeah, he was good. I was watching his performance, thinking as the game went on, he looks stronger.
Did you think Phillips had a good game? Because despite the goal,
yes. Who cares about the goal? He defended well. He didn't have a hell of a lot to do.
No, but he was put in there. He hasn't even played many games this season. I don't think he played any.
No, and he got to play at the San Siro. But Konate was excellent. Konate, he bossed that 40-year-old man. Yeah, he was
40-year-old man who's top scorer in the Italian league.
Yeah, I think that was one game too far for him. Ibrahimovic, he didn't offer anything. He didn't offer anything in that game.
Yeah, well, he wanted to play. He thinks he's still,
what does he call himself? The Lion or something?
Mm-hmm.
The twat. That's what he should be called.
Well, like lying down. That's all he did.
Yeah, lying down. That's what he's saying.
I thought it was a bit too easy. That's why I was thinking maybe they'll score, and they did score, but maybe they'll score again, because I thought it's 2-1 and we're just prancing around, but they just didn't.
Final ball was a bit crap.
Yeah,
I think
Salah scored. I thought it was actually a good goal.
Yeah, good finish, hard finish, but he's got
good technique.
now,
Good technique.
Yeah. Origi's goal was good as well.
I really like Origi's goal. Yeah, again Origi.
I think Mane was good in patches as well, and Morton, another good performance from Morton. He didn't have to do a hell of a lot.
Very mature and professional.
Very mature from a young man. And then we brought on Gomez and Keita. I think Keita looked okay. He looked all right. Do you know who didn't? Do you know who kind of messed things up a bit? Was Fabinho.
Yeah, he had an off game.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, he just was so slow.
Maybe.
I don't know what he's doing.
Was he ill?
Drunk. I don't know. I think he was drunk or something.
But yeah, what can you say? It was just too easy, and we won, and we're the best team in England.
Absolute children as well. Walton and Bradley, when they came on, looked like they weren't going to get a touch of the ball at all.
But they did.
Yep.
One touch, I believe.
I don't know if Walton did, but he looked well from the runs he was making. He was confident to get the ball.
Oh, he had a chance. It would give him a bit of confidence.
Yeah. Bradley got in there. That was good. Phillips. Oh yeah, we haven't mentioned Williams. He was good. This is called the "He was good" show, where we just say he was good. I
think Williams was one of our best players.
The only problem I have with Williams is he dives in too much.
He's a bit mad.
He gives 3 kicks away.
Yeah, he's a bit mad.
I
don't know if he panics.
Yeah. I don't. I just think he's just fired up.
But he
listen to I don't know, Pantera or something before he comes out, and he's all popped up.
But he was connecting well with Salah on that side.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
I think he was playing like Henderson was. Like for some reason, Henderson is connecting with Salah.
Yeah, he's ignored Trent this season. He's like, all right, this is my new mate now.
Yeah,
he's a bit further up. We can do more.
I think, and it's working.
Yeah,
I think because they're trying to do different things because maybe the other teams are working them out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying different players, different positions.
We've added a different thing now with Thiago. Yeah. Thiago adds different thing to our
different dimension. There you go.
Yep, and he's speeding up a bit as well. Like he knows when to slow the game down, and he knows when to.
I think since we talked about Henderson not being that good this season, he's suddenly becoming.
Yeah, honestly, I think
one of the best.
The game after.
I know it was, and that was it. Yeah. Good.
He's fired up.
He's fired up
already. Just good. Yeah, good. It was a nice, comfortable game in the end.
So that's the end of the show, and we will see you next time.
Be there.
Be square.